the science fiction action film directed by Kurt Russell, which is part of the Blade Runner universe. Great movies inspire, but good movies just amuse. In the case of Ridley Scott's Blade Runner, the cyberpunk criminal thriller would go from being a cult favorite to becoming a major work of science fiction, and movies like Ex Machina and The Creator were influenced by its viewpoint on artificial intelligence. When Harrison Ford played the title character, Blade Runner Rick Deckard, he added another legendary part to his resume. In addition, Blade Runner served as a catalyst for a number of movies based on Philip K. Dick's writing, solidifying Dick's standing as one of the greatest science fiction authors of all time. While it took decades for a Blade Runner film to make it to the silver screen, its influence would end up gracing many films. The biggest example is perhaps Soldier, a 1998 film starring Kurt Russell. Blade Runner screenwriter David Peoples concocted a story that had more than a few ties to the first Blade Runner film despite the two being completely separate projects. What is Kurt Russell's Soldier about? The plot of Soldier takes a science fiction approach to the nature versus nurture question by asking, what happens when you raise children to follow strict military discipline? In the case of Todd 3645, war is all he knows. He was trained from birth to be a fighting machine but is discarded and replaced by a genetically engineered class of superhuman soldiers. Todd is abandoned on the planet Arcadia 234, where he slowly starts to grow closer to the inhabitants. Two things complicate his new life. Unlike him, the colonists are pacifists. His former Colonel Meckham decides to use Arcadia 234 as a training ground for the new super soldiers, putting Todd's new friends at risk and forcing him to use his skills to defend his home.